Hello guys, welcome back to my new tutorial with these colorful blooming cactuses. It is real-time video with all the details and step-by-step instructions. Check out all the details and the supplies in the description. I hope you enjoy it, ask any questions, and enjoy painting. In this video, we will be painting loose watercolor cactuses, and I'm using my number 10 brush, ultramarine and Windsor blue, very diluted, watery, and just gonna draw the oval just like this, leaving some white. I'm gonna go with another one and gonna draw another one right on top of the first one, very loose. Actually, I'm gonna extend this one, make it a little bit taller. I'm gonna add phthalo turquoise and just gonna make it taller. And at the bottom they will be darker. I'm adding phthalo turquoise to both of them, and they're nicely bleeding. And now with indigo, gonna drop in some indigo. And let's do some green. I have my undersea green here. I'm gonna brighten it up with yellow. Gonna drop that yellow, tapping my brush, dropping yellow, and it creates beautiful bright limeish green. Okay, I have quinacridone gold here, and I think it's gonna look great with that gold as well. Now I'm cleaning my brush, tapping on paper towel, and will lift in some areas. Gonna drop more turquoise. This one will be overlapping, and this part will be in the shadow, so I need to have this darker. I will be dropping in more darker turquoise mixed with indigo. I have like stripes with greens, with whites, with highlights and shadows. And I'm gonna start colorful cactus bloom. I'm gonna use different palette. I have my Opera Rose. So I'm gonna dilute it with water. And add another bottle with yellowish quinacridone gold. So I have orangey and I have pink. So I have this bottle with bright pink and yellow. I'm gonna start with loose cacti bloom. Gonna add brighter, darker pink toward the center of the flower, and tap on paper towel and add yellow right in the center. Gonna go with another one, same thing, just gonna tap it with my brush very loose, adding some yellowish, make it orangey. Go again. and I will darken the bottom part of the flower for the shadow. Okay, let's add more yellow to the center. And I will get the same yellow and just splatter around. And my paper is still damp. I will add more of my darker values of turquoise. It's more like painting stripes. I have dark light, dark light. There you go. And I would like to add some purplish shade. So I'm gonna use my ultramarine. And a little bit of permanent rose. I'm just dropping some purple and under the flower for the shadow. And in the middle where I have that yellow, so I'm darkening the center of the flower. And kind of drawing like petals. I will add more darker purple to the center again with ultramarine and permanent rose. And I'm gonna let it bleed and dry. And in the cactuses as well. That purple. Okay, now we're gonna wait for these to dry. I'm gonna pick some with paper towel, just create interesting textures and highlights. You see, I took a small piece. I'm just, in some areas, I'm just dabbing. And I'll do the same for the flowers. Just create some texture, let it dry. And now I'm using alizarin crimson. Tapping on paper towel and just add those darker reds. I'm using more like creamy, not too wet pigment. And creating blooming petals. More darker. Same for this. So I have darker, brighter reds on top and painting a few veins. We'll get some yellow top on my paper towel and lighten up the pink and add that interest. So I'm gonna go with my green. Gonna make my own green, tap on paper towel and add a few bright green details in the center. and take the same green, just glaze on top. I'm gonna darken this shadow part again. And add another layer with that green. I tap excessive pigment on my paper towel. And we'll go with that shadow under the flower. Just loosely. Clean your brush and just wash off the excessive pigment. I would like to get even darker red with some purple at the bottom of the flower. And in the center on the other side. So I'm using my red with blue, with ultramarine blue, and creating these dark values. And I would like to splatter white gouache here. So I'm taking fresh white gouache, adding some water. I love these white splatters. Yeah, they give beautiful texture for the cactus and even on the flower. Now I will add, for the prickles, I would like to first add the darker kind of dots, like taps. Wiggle, press it, wiggle, press it. You don't have to go on all of them. You shouldn't. Maybe add a few shadows. Now I will let everything dry again. And now with my scraped brush, I'm gonna paint some spines on my cactuses. Gonna first start with that. And very fast motions with white gouache, I'm gonna create this prickles, or they call spines. Just in random areas. I'm not gonna put on all of them. And where I have white background, I will use dark green in a minute. So first I'm putting dots and just pulling and my paint is very creamy. Dots. And just pull them. And I will use a little bit of yellow in my gouache as well, and just add a few yellowish dots. You can do same with green, so I don't just have white. And here I have some shades of other colors I have in my cactuses. And I can even take it and splatter a few. Now I'm gonna take dark green and add a few against white background I have here. And this is it. I'm gonna take my green again and add a few lines. To connect them. Few in the middle, just few contrasty dabs inside the flowers and under for the shadows. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, learned something new, had fun. Please comment below, like, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Check out my Patreon for exclusive tutorials and content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous day.